Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of the Little House Knits podcast. Today is Monday, February 18th. My name is Michelle, also known as ScullyB on Ravelry. You could also find our group on Ravelry, Little House Knits, knits with 2 T's, all one word on Ravelry. We have a nice new group banner and badge, kindly provided to us by Adri Prints, ADRI PRINTS. Check her out on Ravelry. She has some really pretty knitting patterns that she's designed as well. She has one called the Amaranth Shawl. It's so nice, so nice. Lots of lace around the border. It's very pretty. But I want to thank her for helping me out. As I've said before, I am very tech ignorant and I don't know what is going on with technology at all. So check that out. Check out the group. We also have a knit along going on right now. The KBFF KAL. Basically, the gist of it is knit something, knit anything, finish it up, post it in the group, and you're entering yourself when you do that, but you also want to enter a link to a recently finished project of one of your Ravelry friends, link to their project, and that way you're entering both of you in a drawing for a free pattern. The drawing is running as of this past Sunday, February 17th, through Sunday, March 31st. So if you have any questions, just feel free to PM me. If you just want to say something, feel free to PM me. Feel free to post in the group as well. Yeah, we are up to 20 members in the group. It's very exciting. So I want to thank all of you for joining and being a part of things. Thank you very much. And let me get the show on the road. The kids are on vacation this week, so I'm trying to, I promised them movie time. And I'm running late, not them, which is it's usually the other way around. But, so I'm just going to get started. I feel like there was a lot of knitting this week, but I don't feel like I have a lot to show you. So 2 things that I finished that were, oh dear, on the needles last week are the VooDoo You Love Me by Susan Claudino. These were the boys' gifts for Valentine's Day. And there you go. They're so cute. I am definitely not someone who can sew a face on a doll, but they are very cute, and the boys were very happy with them. And I just knit these up in some Cascade Eco Plus I had laying around the house, so they were quite excited, and that's always good. You know, you just want them to appreciate it, and they do. I have good boys that way. I do have a hoe, and these are my Zing socks, Lollipop Yarns. This was, I was attempting an afterthought heel with this one, and it came out pretty well. I mean, I have a couple of holes on the side, which I understand is a fairly common problem. I don't know how well you can see them, but while I do like the look of the sock and the continuation of the self-stripey pattern, I did try this sock on already, which I probably shouldn't have done until I finished both socks. I do like how the pattern continues, but I don't think this will be my preferred heel method. I did this on a Christmas stocking once before, and for something like that, I think it was great. For an actual sock, I didn't really like the way it felt on my heel. It felt a little baggy on the heel. I don't know if that's just me or if that's a common problem. I have heard other people say that they feel like the sock kind of slips down a little more. So hopefully, if they don't feel right in shoes, they'll just become house socks and that's it. But I do love the pattern, so I'm not, I mean, I love the yarn and the color, so I'm not giving them away. They're mine. So that's that. I have about this much of the next one started because I found myself was falling into second sock syndrome, and I was just like, oh, I just don't think I can knit another one of these. So I had to cast it on right away. So not too far, just a little bit of a toe. But like I said, the kids are on vacation, and I took today and tomorrow off from work. So if we're not doing anything and the kids decide they're playing with their friends, I have something to do. So that is all for what's on my needles and what's finished. Let's see, what's up next? I would really like to finish this pair of socks this week, just so I can cast on my shawl for the Zombie Knit Apocalypse Retreat knit along. I don't expect to finish it anytime soon, but I figure if I can start it in February, give myself some time, because I feel like it's going to be fairly large. So lots of rows, and I know with previous experience with shawls, while the finished product is lovely, sometimes just row after row after longer and longer and longer row of garter stitch, it's too boring, I guess is the right word. I'm searching for the right word, but I'm hoping that, you know, the three colors that I have and the way that I'm trying to modify the pattern a little bit will keep me interested. So I'm gonna slightly modify the color affection pattern, and we'll see how that works. So I just want to get that cast on, but if I don't, there's always next month's pair of socks, which will be in this lovely, again, Lollipop Yarns. Now this is actually called Trick or Treat, the colorway, but I keep calling it Clownfish because it reminds me of Nemo a little bit. So I'm calling these the Clownfish socks. I'm not sure if I will do these for Cole, who I originally bought the yarn for, but I have 2 balls of this. So my sister was looking on sort of enviously at my mother's socks that she got for Christmas, and my sister has really tiny feet, so I may just knit her up a quick pair of socks and see how she likes them. So that's that, and that brings me to my crazy knitting. I don't know how many of you watch either the Fat Squirrel Speaks or Stockinette Zombies, but a few months back, I think it was November, December, they had their crazy KAL. And I had entered the sweater, the first sweater I'd ever knit was for my husband. I knit that for him for Christmas. I entered that, and I actually won in Amy Beth, Fat Squirrel Speaks podcast knit along. And what I won was equally crazy. So I won, this is called Shulana. Oh, that's backwards. Poop. Well, S-C-H-U-L-A-N-A. Shulana. That's from Switzerland. Let's see. Yeah, it is crazy yarn. It's pretty, but I keep looking at it thinking, what am I gonna do with this? I think I've come up with something. So I think if I don't start my shawl, I may just have to do this first. I don't know if you can see that. It's just ribbons tied on to the yarn. We'll see. I like a challenge. Who doesn't like a challenge? Gotta have a challenge. So this and my shawl will be my next, and the Clownfish socks will be my next month's projects. So I've kind of rearranged my little knitting plan. So I think it was in December, I was at work one night and I actually had a few slow moments, and I decided I was going to plot out my knitting. So I took a small piece of paper, I divided it into 6, front and back, wrote out the months, wrote what I wanted to do on each of the months, and March is getting rearranged. So I had a sweater planned for March, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I had originally had just the socks and the sweater. I figured that was enough for 1 month, but since I'm kind of postponing the sweater, I can throw in the shawl and the hat, and we'll see. So I think that is about it. Like I said, this is going to be a shorter episode. The boys are waiting. We tried to go to the movies today to see Escape from Planet Earth, and they just revamped our movie theater. So instead of regular movie seats, they have recliners now. And because the recliners are much wider and bigger than the regular movie seats, they sell out a lot faster because now there aren't as many seats. So something to keep in mind. We showed up at what normally would have been our time to show up before the movie, and they said they had 12 seats left. There was no guarantee they'd be all together, so we'll put that off for another day. So we're gonna just hang out at home tonight and watch another movie, which will give me plenty of time to knit on my socks. So on that note, I am going to sign off for now. Thank you again for visiting the little house. It was great to have you. And like I said, feel free to stop by the groups, you know, stop in, say hello, tell me what you're working on. I'm always curious to hear about that. And I'll see you later. Happy knitting.